akkurat kennen, dann werden wir diese Bilder werden Schiaparelli das Radar ganz I believe we have found where Schiaparelli landed. This didn't land softly as we would have liked to, because the final phase of descent and landing did not function nominally. The first phases, as has been reported already, the separation of a thermal shield after the entry in the atmosphere, and the first phases under the parachute have worked beautifully, and we have data which allow to analyze this. But somehow the parachute has been released a bit too early, and after that the engines, the main engines for the control, have functions, but only for a few seconds, which is also too little. So basically Schiaparelli has reached the ground with a velocity which was much higher than it should, so several hundreds of kilometers per hour, and is unfortunately then of course being destroyed by the impact. The news out of this is that it arrived very close to the landing point, and this has allowed the colleagues from NASA, who had planned a picture with one of their cameras on board the orbiters, to basically make a picture where one can see clearly the parachute, which landed after it was released at the right place, and the place where Schiaparelli should have landed softly, but unfortunately did not land softly. But one can see this clearly in the pictures. It had been already planned in advance that they should try to picture the landing site of Schiaparelli to allow, in particular, the scientists to reconstruct exactly its location, such that if science measurements are taken, then we know exactly what the context is. So this picture had been planned in advance anyway and was taken. And since the whole navigation, since the Earth, the 170 million kilometers, brought us to the right place within a few kilometers of uncertainty, then this first picture could show already the parachute and the place where Schiaparelli has arrived with a too high velocity and has made the impact that can be seen on this black spot on the picture. Actually, yes, this, of course, this is not at all the perfect landing we would have liked to have, but this is good news that we have found it so quickly, because it's in the right place and because this allows us to reconstruct the full story, and the engineers are working basically day and night now to reconstruct from this point I just mentioned what went wrong and why. What was the little glitch or glitches which made something which was so far very successful actually terminate in a non-nominal fashion, and unfortunately by this high velocity impact that Schiaparelli was not designed to survive. Well, the next time, next week, there is a picture which is being planned with then the high-resolution camera of the same NASA orbiter, and then it will be, this will allow to identify which pieces have gone where and in which state the probe reached the ground. So we may learn more from this, what remains of Schiaparelli and what has happened in the very last phase. But the essence of what we learn is from the data which has been transmitted by Schiaparelli up to, only a few tens of seconds before it reached the ground, and definitely even some 20 seconds after its engine stopped. They stopped too high in the sky above Mars, but then after the engine stopped, Schiaparelli has continued to send data until it most likely became unstable and then could not transmit anymore, not in the right direction, and then we lost the signal. And most likely it reached the ground only a few tens of seconds later.
Ja, nächste Woche aber auch von der NASA. Das muss dann auch wieder erst freigegeben.